Mala, what is your key? Sanibonani, awuphi ni-grand, awuphi ni-fresh. Igama lami uSky, I'm a motivational speaker and life coach, and namhlanje sokhuluma ngomjolo ukuthi umjolo kahle kahle usinyisa kanje. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts ukuthi sikwazi kabazi ukuthi senze njani mahlangana nomuntu osithandayo or esimthandayo. How do you really notice and to see ukuthi lo muntu lona vele is here to stay, umuntu lona ngeke asibetray? Because sometimes ama-signs are there but we ignore ama-procedures. Ubona fana unomuntu osayina i-contract nje into engaka nje ufuna ukusayina nje akafundi, and you end up being in a relationship ongayithandi, umuntu ongana-focus, ongana-direction, ongana-vision. Trust me, I know, because I was in a relationship whereby lo muntu lona nje mess, and I was caught up in the crossfire and it was just a lot. But if you want to check out this video, check it out on the card above me. But for now, funa sikhulume ngomjolo. And I'm going to talk about the things that you need to do, And the first thing is that mohlangana nomuntu, it might be a boy, it might be a girl. This video is for both genders, is that you need to have non-negotiable things. Why do I say you need to have non-negotiable things? Non-negotiable things help you to identify if this person is for you. Because now uyazazi ezumchita ezugela ukuthi ufunani empilweni, uyazazi ukuthi mina ngifuna umuntu kanje, ngifuna umuntu kanje. I'm not talking in terms of beauty and stuff like that, but simple things, ngifuna umuntu ozongithanda, umuntu ozochitha isikhathi nami, umuntu ngeke angiwastele isikhathi. That, that's your non-negotiable things. And once you place your non-negotiable things on the table, a guy or a girl, we understand ukuthi what he or she is about to get into, will he or she be willing to commit? Because sometimes siyajabula kumnandi, relationship iyaqala, siyangena, hey, ama-midnight texts akulaliwa, but at the end of the day, there's no foundation. And the foundation is for you to have your non-negotiable thing placed on the table. Because once you have your non-negotiable things placed on your table, in relationship iba ne-stability, iba ne-alignment. Yabona ukuthi no, ine-focus ukuthi no, mina as umchita, here's my non-negotiable things. Girl nawe yakhuluma, here's my non-negotiable things. Niyahlanganisa amakhanda nifuna ukubona ukuthi okay fine, even lento lezi ziyakomparana or ziyacomplementana, that's good. Because in a relationship, you're not looking for somebody who's going to complete you, but you're looking for somebody who's going to complement you. There's a difference between those two things. Because at the end of the day, ufuna umuntu uzocomplete, but you are the only person who can complete yourself. And once you understand that and you meet and try to find somebody who's going to complement you and not complete you, yes, I know there's some things in a relationship under your non-negotiable things as you compromise. You need to check what's okay fine in order for this relationship to work. Because communication is key. But once you have your non-negotiable things, as wena umchita, as ugirl, or wena the person who knows ukuthi mina dala ngiba broken, dala yes kulead to good tense, good rough, but I want to have my non-negotiable things set on the table. So guy izinto bezingasebenzi, azi ukuthi mina ngizomshiya or mina ngizovaya or ugirl. Because at the end of the day, you cannot stay in a relationship wazi ukuthi you have placed your non-negotiable things but it has no direction. It aina direction, but your non-negotiable things are there. It means ukuthi umuntu does not respect you as a person, akanandaba with what you are, what into ubufuna ukuzenza empilweni. So what is the point of you for staying? Once you understand that, ngiyakutshela uzoba mthebelele, uzoba mnandi. Moving on to the second thing. The second thing is that when we enter a relationship, but this is the number baggages. We come with a lot of baggages. Siza with umuntu lona ungihethile, hey now uzonghetha. Don't come with baggages in a new fresh relationship, because sometimes it's okawat, and I'm going to talk about my third point, which leads to that. Because once you come with baggages, once you come with the past and stuff like that, it creates a void. It creates that hole which, okay fine, I must now fill that hole in order for this person angibone I would mangnai at you fana no thabiso wena. But we know that individuals make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but once you're going to compare people based on the similarities of the mistakes, the pattern does not necessarily mean that the person is the same. Does not mean ukuthi umuntu uzokubreak uzoyenza yonke le nonsense lena just because ukuthi akaphendula ama-calls wakho ngespeed. Uzocabanga ukuthi hey nyamazi man, ufana not my ex. It's not the case. Sometimes you need to understand ukuthi some things happen in a relationship, but you do not need to bring your baggages. You don't need to bring the past. And yazi ukuthi ngithanda kakhulu, and if you are one of those people saying ukuthi yazini Sky, I'm having a problem of letting go, I'm having a problem of the past and everything, Kululu, I've written a book about handling the past before it handles you. If I get a description, it's for free. What you need to do, click on the link Beso Umnandi and you'll get your book instantly, because we need to deal with this thing of learning how to forgive. Things of the past, you must let them go, and I've written a book about it, and it helps you to understand yourself better. Gonna my Q&A questions where you need to ask yourself questions, where you need to scrutinize and ask yourself. And once you are able to find that stability with okay, fine, no, yes, understand how can I move on from everything. Also, bamnandi. And for those of you who's then I'll put the link on the playlist whereby you can check, whereby I talk about different types of forgiveness and how we can forgive. Because now it is easy to say ngiyaxolela or ngiyaxolela lo muntu ukuthi ungiphule inhliziyo, but at the end of the day awuxoli as umuntu, because there are certain things that you need to get into your mind. There are certain things which you need to accept, and once you are able to do so, a relationship is going to become a healthy relationship, and you won't enter the packages, because you become a person who starts on a clean sheet. And once you start on a clean sheet, you are good no, so kolile, and you are ready to give love a second chance. Now I'm moving on to the third thing. The third thing is very much important to me. Why do I say the third thing is very much important to me? It is very much important that we understand this, because relationship are good. The problem is that we have high expectations. Hey, umuntu ne high expectation, a high expectation. Uthola umuntu, you are in your certain age, and you know that mohlangana no guy or hlangana nomjida at a certain age, psychologically, financially, it's that stage whereby people are trying to break through over things. Abanye basathola imisebenzi, abanye they're still starting, to get traction in their careers. And when you get a good relationship, you have high expectations. Sometimes you have a good relationship, but just because of your high expectations, is it a span for one? Not because we are tolanga umundo right, not because we are tolanga umundo so complete. It's because that we have am expectations, And it goes back to the point where I say, in a relationship, it's not about finding completeness, but it is finding somebody who's going to complement what you're doing. Because sometimes we find high expectations ukuthi yambona nomuntu lona ufuna umuntu uzomcomplete nje. Uyabona ukuthi in his or her life uyashota somewhere, in his or her life maybe financially, but if you find somebody who's going to complement you, you understand ukuthi okay, fine. Umjida, is going through the most, Umjida, there are certain things, girl, stage and everything. Once you understand that, as Umjida, as guy, you are able to be there for the person, you're able to motivate the person, uplift the person, so that we're in an era whereby it's all about instant gratification. I'm a relationship with speed mode in and we do not have that thing of delayed gratification, whereby we take our times on a relationship, we understand one another, we do things gahle. We end up having too much high expectations. Non-negotiable things work. You see, Lona has too much expectations. When as a person, you need to notice that. when umuntu umngenayo, beware with, okay, if this person has high expectation, it means that uzongicosta. It means that the relationship is going to be, at the end of the day, toxic instead of uplifting, you know. So in whatever relationships that we are going through, in whatever that we're going through, umjolo is very much serious. Abantu bayakhawatheka. And people end up hating love because we don't know the do's and don'ts. We need to listen to fine details. Like if you're on a contract, when you're signing a contract, you need to read. You could, yes, I know, but you need to evaluate and check, is this person really worth my time, both for guys and girls. I know guys who want to, hey, I'll buy you grand, but what if it's a girl unemali or whatever the case may be? You know, I'm not going to follow a lot of stigmas, but I'm trying to make a point. Ukuthi, at the end of the day, when you have your non-negotiable things, when you do not bring your baggages into your relationship, when you do not have high expectations, believe me, you will stand a high chance of having a good and stable relationship. You know, even if it does not go as you want in the long run, but you still find peace with, you know what, I followed my protocols, I followed what I needed to do to check if this person was really worth my time. And Moenza Jalo, you're going to become somebody who is much more happier in life. Thank you very much for watching my video. And yeah, Umjolo Ujanyisa, but at the end of the day, asibe strong, sipusheni. And yeah, ngiyanithanda love.